Hey, what is going on, guys? Edward here, back with another Sunday talk. Welcome back to the series. And today, oh goodness, we're gonna be discussing about what's gonna happen next week, especially with this news right here. Yes, Russia has cut off the gas exports to Europe. So, indefinitely. So, sorry for my pronunciation, but basically, is like we don't know. Nobody knows exactly now. After cutting it off, when is Russia now going to put it back on again? So this is pretty bad for the European continent. So it is going to be affecting a lot, especially in this winter. Okay, so as I've been saying also that Europe it is going to be going into an energy crisis, and this is definitely going to cause more things, and not just euro currencies like Euro USD, Euro JPY, Euro GBP, Euro CAD. All the pairs related to euro, they are all going to be affected. So you definitely want to put these pairs into a watch list so you can check them out definitely this week. You can make a lot of money. Now, something you have to know also that on Monday, I believe it's Labor Day in the United States, so it's going to be, I think, also in Canada. So it's going to be a holiday, and the New York Stock Exchange won't be open. I'm pretty sure, of course, the currencies will be, but it may not have that much volume on Monday. Okay, so maybe you get prepared for Tuesday, starting on Tuesday. All right, something to have in mind. So a lot of things can happen, guys, but this is definitely very, very bad. And I've been reading for a long time that Russia, like, they do this from time to time. Like, they do this type of things because they are cleaning the pipes and doing maintenance to the pipes. So they do this. I don't. I don't remember exactly for like how many times, if it's once a year or, but normally it's done once in a while, and they did it, but now they're saying that, they decided to just cut it off. And I mean, come on, if after everything that is going on in Russia and Ukraine, if Russia is being banned from a lot of parts of the world, a lot of countries are banning Russia. So what can you expect if Russia actually, controls and have this, they are the ones actually sending the gas to Europe, and you're going to be attacking me. Like, Russia is saying, hey, okay, you're cutting me off in a lot of things. Now, hey, I have the power when it comes to gas now, so I'm going to cut you off. So you see how important also Russia is to the world. It is very important to the world. So everything that is going on, we cannot just blame Russia just for everything that is going on right now, saying that, oh, okay, inflation is high because of Russia. Not necessarily. The inflation was already starting in the United States, and by the beginning of this year, inflation was already coming. It was already seen coming. Okay, and the war in Ukraine actually started, I believe it was in March or April. That's when it started. So we cannot just blame Russia for everything they did. So a lot of things will happen, guys. A lot of things will happen. I'm just gonna give you now a few things to show you on Nasdaq and US 30 and S&P 500. My predictions, what I think the market is going to be doing. I don't think the market will go up, to be honest. Now with this news of the gas, most likely will continue to the downside. This entry that I was holding, I actually decided to close it, so I'm out of this trade, because I was seeing some signs of a bounce right here, so I didn't want to just to hold it for any longer. But I mean, that's cool. So I was closing when the price was somewhere here, so I closed for a 1 to 14 risk to reward. That was a long ass trade. Yeah, I don't normally hold it for that long, but I mean, the signs were really, really nice. So right now, guys, let me just try to clean some of these things, and so show you my expectations, right? So at the moment, what do we have on a weekly? We have a formation, right? The price has been, having a big push, pullback, push, pullback, push, pullback, push, pullback. This pullback right here broke this previous high. So in theory, this basically is my change of character. The market is creating, it has created a change of character, change of direction, potentially, okay? Again, doesn't necessarily mean the price will go up now, okay? Because right now we're going to this crisis and inflation and what is the other word for this? Recession. I would say we're going to have another week bearish or a continuation, like another big crash will be coming this week, to be honest. So it's just anyways, this area from, you know, this candle right here before the big push, this area, it's a nice POI, which means point of interest, right? This is a nice order block or POI. So we're going to be just paying attention to that zone to see what the market, what reaction is going to have in this area. We see that the first daily candle, I'm going on a daily time frame now, that this daily candle, you see how it closed, you see how big the reaction was, but then boom, it actually ended up continuing to the downside. It didn't broke this previous low, but still the candle was still bearish. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame now so we can understand what happened. And let me jump in onto this one because this was the actual setup that I missed this Friday. This would have been a beautiful 1 to 26 risk to reward. But what's happening right now, market has also reached a nice potential order block, and it did have this reaction right there. Okay, so it's looking like, you know, I will be looking for a potential buy, at least maybe a short buy. I can say. After seeing the market still, you know, breaking structures to the downside, we have every time BOS, 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 BOS until this moment the price created a change of character. The price pushed up, touched this order block and dropped. Now it's touching the order block right here. So my direction should be buying. But I understand what's happening, okay? Again, with this issue now with the gas in Europe. So a lot of things can happen in this thing. Remember this line right here? This is the line, like all of this below is the POI zone, the POI area. We could see a lot of, maybe, I don't know, maybe the price will start ranging until a point of where the market will either push up very strong or melt down, which I think that's the actual direction. It's going to melt down. This right here, this breakout to the upside was just to wipe out these guys. So a grab, liquidity grab right there. Boom, the price activated this order block and then drop, liquidating these guys also. So grab liquidity here and here. So very interesting what happened. So again, what to expect? We're still bearish. In the last, you see, in the last couple of weeks now, we've been bearish. And we're going to try to continue looking for sells, okay? Sells and errors. However, doesn't necessarily mean that I cannot catch a little buy, okay? So let's go to US 30. Same thing, guys. You see this big break, this big push to the upside. The market was like everything looks so artificial. Like there's no reason why the market should be pushing up. So maybe this was just to take liquidity or just to have some, I don't know, maybe to add some adrenaline to this thing. But yeah, this push to the upside right here, it wasn't more than just a perhaps a liquidity grab, and now we're just continue crashing. So again, what to expect? Continuation. Most likely the price will continue. Look at this huge 4-hour and big reaction to the upside right here. So if we go in smaller time frames, look at this huge drop. And it was very rare because it happened after midday on a Friday. So that is telling me that, you know, how weak the market is. So what to expect? The market could bounce. There is a zone right here, an order block that the market has reached, but look at this big spike to the downside. Perhaps we're going to have a little buy on Monday or maybe by the time the market opens in a few hours. The price will push up a little bit, but the actual direction in overall, I think, is going to be to the downside. However, always look at this massive route right here. Look at all this imbalance that left behind. So after a huge drop, a pullback is as expected. So let's see how deep that pullback is going to be before actually continue to the downside. Okay. S&P did the same. If we go on a daily, bigger time frame, see the market is actually touching a support, very strong resistance and support in the past. If it breaks this support to the downside, boom, this is going to be reaching previous lows right there. This previous low was reached on June 17. So let's see what's going to happen there. On a 4-hour, we see again same thing. The price was trying to push up. This big movement with the NFP on Friday, that's what caused the price to push, right? To take this liquidity, these sellers, all these sellers right here, early sellers, the price liquidated them and then actually dropped, right? Also liquidating these buyers right there. So big liquidity grab. And at this point, as I mentioned, we could have a little bounce to the upside to then continue to the downside. Okay, I don't think the market will be like going up or now starting to push up or changing the direction to the upside. To be honest, I don't think so. But if, as I mentioned, if it gives us a little opportunity to go in a short buy, we'll definitely make it. All right. So I hope it makes sense, guys. Everything that is going on. Also wanted to check right quick here on gold. This is what is happening on gold. I am actually swing trading on gold right now on this sale. And this entry, it's on break even already. I took partial profits. I do know that it's reaching a very strong, very strong resistance in the past. And it could struggle right here a little bit. Even it could bounce right here, take this as a double bottom and then push up again. That's very possible. So that's why I don't want to risk it. I took partials and moved the stops to break even. And I'm going to just hold this thing to see what's going to happen. But this is basically it on gold. I think it's going to continue dropping, at least to take this 1 to 2 resort, or maybe to take this perhaps to, above this highs. This is a very strong support. So I'm thinking that a lot of buying pressure is going to get into this level. People will try to do this. All right, people buying. There's actually a lot of people buying. A lot of retail traders buying in this area. That's why it's going to encounter a lot of rejection and pressure in this area, maybe buying pressure, right? But if this thing happens to fail, this area, this is going to definitely have a big drop. If not to this zone, maybe down to this zone. But it's definitely is right there encountering a very strong support. And to be honest, I think it's gonna drop to take down those guys right there, this liquidity, and perhaps maybe dropping or pushing up later. But let's see what's gonna happen. And also on Bitcoin, that's another entry that I have. I'm holding up, and normally, like if you also see in the past, normally after a big drop, normally Bitcoin tends to consolidate a little bit. Consolidates for a couple of days and then drops, right? Now here's the flag, breakout, consolidation, breakout, flag, breakout. What are we seeing here? Little flag as well. Let's go to the 4-hour now. Now what are you seeing? Consolidation. Now let's see if that consolidation will break to the downside and will most likely continue to our target. So like my expectations is that we're still bearish. Everything is gonna crash, guys. Everything is crashing. Everything. This is a recession we're getting in. So everything is crashing. And I don't think it's at this point, okay, yes, Bitcoin is cheap and it's a good time perhaps to buy, but you have to be willing. Like let's say you just buy $100. You just purchase $100 on Bitcoin right now. But you got to forget about those $100. You just put them in there and just let them run, okay? Eventually, at some point, the price will perhaps be pushing up. Not right now. I'm not seeing signs the market is kind of like looking bullish. No, not at all. I have said this so many times. Guys, what I'm expecting the price to maybe drop a little lower. Then if the price really wants to go up, it's going to be showing some type of bullish flag. And eventually, at some point, we'll actually start breaking to the upside. So we're going to be seeing perhaps a head and shoulder, right? An inverse head and shoulder. So where's our sign? If the price breaks now this flag to the upside, okay, that's your sign for actually that the market will go up, right? If you are into that. If you just want to buy just because the market is cheap, I mean that's also good. There's nothing there's nothing wrong to it. It's just that on cryptocurrencies you have to think a little different, because normally retail traders, I have said it this so many times as well, retail traders, they will buy when the price is very expensive. They will say, oh, you know what, right here the price reached 60,000, I'm not going to buy just yet because it's I don't know, it's too expensive. I think I'm going to wait for a little bit more. So price drops, does the pullback, and then start pushing up again. Now when you see that again, the price breaks the next high right there when it's 64,000, that's when you start thinking, oh my god, I'm letting it go. You know what, yeah, I think this is gonna get to the $100,000 now this by December. It's gonna be on a 100,000. And so, you know, retail traders will start actually buying right there, knowing that, hey, the price now is very expensive to buy. So if you buy here very expensive and the price drops, of course you're gonna have a huge loss. You have to buy when the price is very cheap and sell when it's expensive. So if you buy here $100 and the prices start pushing up, you can start selling in these points. You can start selling if the price even reaches this zone again. Just start selling then, or taking some profits. But don't, I mean, when the price is cheap right now, people is not like, you know what, I'm not gonna buy. But guess what? I'm sure there's a lot of millionaire guys even buying here, just injecting some money from time to time, maybe buying $1,000 this week, another $1,000 next week, and so on. So they keep buying weekly until, you know, market eventually will start pushing up, right? They start investing and investing. So anyways, just, I don't want to board you with those things. So, but that's it, guys. I believe that we are going to still continue bearish next week, to be honest. We could have some little push here and there, but in overall, we should be crashing. And especially, pay attention to these pairs. Euro USD, all the Euro pairs, you know, keep an eye on them. Look at this. We're still bearish, continue bearish. Right now on Friday, the market did close again cheaper than the dollar. It's been like kind of struggling right there. So it's been a little bit, you know, higher than the dollar and then cheaper, you know, higher, cheaper. So it's kind of right there. And I think the market is definitely continue dropping. Euro USD will continue dropping. So keep an eye, guys, on it. And again, if you're interested in knowing how I'm trading, you know, I recommend you go in on my website, teamprofitsenglish.com. You'll find out that I'm offering a bundle which comes with my course, my mentorship, and a VIP signal group for life. It's only one-time payment, okay? And that's it. You're part of the team forever, right? If you also want to check me out on the free group, I do share information here on my free Telegram. The link is in the description below. And you'll find out that I also share a lot of information there. I'm about to do some really nice giveaways. Once we get my Instagram account to 1,000 followers, I will be giving away 10 bundles. Yes, you heard it right, 10 bundles I'll be giving away. I want my students to definitely concentrate in studying and learning all this stuff. Okay, so that will be all, guys, for today. If you're new on the channel, please subscribe, give it a big thumbs up. I'll see you next one. Take it easy, guys.